everyone, and welcome back to a new video. Today we are going to be making shamrock shakes, which I've actually never had before, but I've heard they're really good. So we're going to be recreating the recipe, and yeah, so let's move on with this video. So for the milkshake today, we're also going to be making some homemade ice cream to go along with it. There's like two versions of making homemade ice cream. You can do the one over the stove in like, it's kind of like a custard, I don't know. And then and you need an ice cream machine. And then this one you actually don't, you just put it in the freezer and it'll taste so good. Let's get started with the ice cream. Okay, so the things you're going to need to make this is a 1/3 cup of sugar, some neon green food dye, a 1/4 cup of milk, 7 ounces of condensed milk, and I don't know how many cups that is, so in the description I'll like look how many cups and tablespoons that equals. You're going to need 3/4 cups of heavy whipping cream, and of course 5 drops of mint extract. Okay, so let's move on with this video. Okay, so now we are going to whip up the heavy whipping cream. So now you're gonna have your heavy whipping cream right here, and I'm going to put in 2 droplets of green food dye. Mix, mix, mix. You want to make sure that you don't over mix the whipped cream, because if you do, you're gonna have to start all over. So you want it to get to about a soft peak where there's gonna be some bubbles form. So once you see your heavy whipping cream thicken up, just add in a little bit of sugar. Okay, and then mix it up and add it about 1/4 of it at a time. Perfect consistency right here where it holds your form. Also, a trick is if you like hold it on the side, it kind of, keeps its form. And now what you're going to do is add in the milk slowly and gradually. So I'm going to put this on the lowest setting, and slowly add in my 2% milk. So we're just going to mix this up until the milk is incorporated, and do this on a low because you can still over whip the heavy whipping cream, and we just don't want that. Okay, so now I just added in a 1/2 teaspoon of yummy mint extract. So now it should be combined, and I'm going to open up the condensed milk thingamajiggy. All right, so now I'm going to pour in 7 ounces. Here we go. On like a level 2, I'm going to mix this up, combine it. So now what I'm going to do is just put this in a pan, put it in the freezer overnight, and I'm going to see you tomorrow. Bye! Hey everybody, so it is the next day, and I'm going to show you how to make some yummy and delicious sprinkles. Now, if you don't want to make homemade sprinkles or anything like that, just skip to the next chapter of the video where I start making the milkshake. Okay, so the things you're going to need to make these sprinkles is a sifter, a bowl, some water, a 1/4 cup of powdered sugar, and a couple of droplets of green food dye. This is super duper easy to make. So first you're going to get your sifter and your powdered sugar, and you're just going to sift. Now you can make any kind of size of sprinkle you would like. I'm just doing the classic little like straight line sprinkles. So now all of the powdered sugar is sifted through, so I'm going to get a 1/2 teaspoon of water at a time, because if you don't and you put in too much, it's just, then you have to add in more powdered sugar, and it's just a very long and complicated process. So now I'm just gonna get a little spatula and mix it up. Now I'm just gonna add in 1 droplet of green food dye, and I'll see how I like it. Yep, this is a nice light green. So I'm just gonna mix this up until I get the right consistency. Now what I'm going to do is get the sprinkle mixture, and I'm going to just pipe some straight lines along the sides of the pan. So I'm just gonna pipe the rest of this out, and I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so now I've piped out all of my sprinkles, and I'm going to let them dry out for the next 25-ish minutes so they can harden up, and then at the end we're going to be crunching the lines up, those bigger and smaller ones, so they can be the little small sized sprinkles. Okay, so now let's get on to the milkshake. Okay, so now we are making the milkshake, which is the funnest part. So the things you're going to need is, of course, a blender. You're going to need a 1/2 cup of milk, the ice cream we made from yesterday. And if you didn't want to make homemade ice cream, you can always just buy pre-made mint ice cream at the store, and some ready whip. So you can also make your homemade whipped cream, but I was too lazy, so yeah. Okay, so let's move on with the first step. Okay, so the first step is putting in the milk. So make sure your milk is nice and cold. And then I'm going to add in my ice cream. So I'm just going to put in about 2 cups of the ice cream we made from yesterday. Okay, so I just added in my ice cream. I'm going to add in 1, 2, 3 drops more of some green food coloring to give it a little bit more vibrant color, and it's going to be mixed in with some more white colors, so we want to maintain a green color. And now we're going to add in about a 1/2 cup of whipped cream. Is that the more you start to blend it up, the more liquidy it's going to get. Now I'm going to put it into the blender, and let's start blending it. I added in the rest of the ice cream, and I did that in 2 parts so it can all get blended up easily. And I added in 1 more drop of food coloring. Okay, so I just finished blending it. Oh, I can smell the mint coming out of it. It smells so good. Moving on to my favorite part, assembly. For assembling, get a little cup. This is the one I could find that's closest to like a diner milkshake glass, so just use what kind of cup you have. Then what I did is I put in some mint extract and green food coloring to make a little paint, I guess. And I'm going to put it on the cup to give it a little design. So all you need for that, again, is just some mint extract and some green food coloring and a little paintbrush. And I'm going to just paint it on. And now I'm going to pour in the shake. Alrighty everybody, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Also, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell down below so every time I post a new video, you will receive a notification. Okay, hope you enjoyed this video, and bye-bye.